Well, hello, folks out there on YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into this thing. All right. Yeah, we're going to talk about Michigan, Tennessee, and Missouri today. Turns out Mr. Harbaugh was a little bit busier than we thought, and a former recruiting director told us about it. Also, Eli has trolled the VOLS.
Again.
Exactly. Again. This guy is living off that game last year, and we're going to talk all about that. The gloves are coming off, too, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Yeah, Eli, I've been cutting you a lot of slack, trying to be decent to you, but you're going to keep talking smack, and you're going to keep doing things to troll the VOLS. Okay, that's the way you want it. That's the way you're going to get it.
Remember, you wanted this.
All right, yeah, big story just came out. It turns out that the situation with Jim Harbaugh was a little bit worse than we realized. A former recruiting director said the culture was to go up to the line and cross it. And again, this was a former Michigan football recruiting director, not just somebody talking. Told the NCAA that Jim Harbaugh cultivated a culture of indifference during the dead period, imploring Wolverine staffers to go up to the line and cross it. He said, in early 2021, multiple football prospects visited Michigan's campus on informal visits, the NCAA states. Says, according to the director, Harbaugh urged him to get guys to campus. The football staff had no process in place to alert athletics compliance staff when prospects were planning to visit campus. The football staff took no precautions during the visits to avoid in-person contact with the prospects, and that the culture in the football program wasn't to be safe. The culture was to go up the line and cross it if you had to. And Harbaugh told investigators that he was aware of and compliant with the virus recruiting restrictions. However, the NCAA found at least 2 examples of Harbaugh having in-person contact with visiting recruits, including having dinner with them. Well, now, wait a minute. That can't be true. If he told the NCAA that he was in compliance and that he wouldn't be doing stuff like that, then he didn't do it. Because if there's one thing we know about Harbaugh,
never lie, never cheat, never steal. I was raised with that lesson. Today, I do not apologize. I did not participate, was not aware, nor complicit in those said allegations.
Isn't that interesting? This guy, he is a piece of work. And oh, by the way, that has nothing to do with the sign stealing. Oh no, not at all. This has strictly to do with all the compliance issues during the dead period. So he got the 4-year show cause, a 1-year suspension, and more to come. And also, for the folks that don't think sign stealing is a big deal, let me show you the difference between the record prior to Connor Stallion showing up and then the record afterwards. Yeah, it's right here. They were 49-26 prior to Connor Stallion showing up. Then they went 40-3. That's a pretty big difference in my opinion. That's 69% to 92%. Pretty big. But let's also look and see if Connor Stallions really was stealing signs. Let's see if there's any evidence of that at all. Allegedly. All right, now here's the Ohio State quarterback. He's looking over to the sideline. There's Connor right there. Look at Connor. He's watching close. Oh, he's watching so close. Get out of the way, running back. Okay, now they're saying pass, pass, pass. How did he know that? How did Connor know they were going to pass? Look, everybody. Now, this is he's an analyst, makes $60 grand a year. Look at him. Everybody follows his direction. Give me a break. Good gosh. Yeah, I'm thinking he's a little bit involved in looking at some signs. My opinion.
Took that from me. Stole that from me. Killed that from me.
Kind of makes this make sense, doesn't it? When you know what play's coming, you're going to win a lot of ball games. So going 40-3, that makes some sense. I'm pretty sure Jim Harbaugh was on the hot seat because he took a big pay cut, if you'll remember, because he wasn't beating Ohio State. Let's see how he was doing with Ohio State prior and then after. Okay, let's go back, 15, 20 years. Let's see here. We'll go back to 2000.
Okay.
Let's see. Looks like Michigan won that game in 2000. And then in 01, Ohio State won. Next game, Ohio State won. Then Michigan won a ball game in 04. Then let's see. Ohio State won 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 10, and 11. That's 7 games in a row. Okay, then Michigan won by 6 points in 2011. Then Ohio State won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ball games in a row until it was canceled over the dead period. So they had a 7-win streak and an 8-win streak, won 15 out of 16 years. So Jim Harbaugh had lost to them multiple times. Then Connor Stallion showed up. I wonder if they did any better. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Michigan won 3 games in a row. So they lost 15 out of 16, the last 8 in a row, including the last 2 ball games they lost by 3 and 4 touchdowns. It wasn't even close. And then suddenly they're winning no problem. Isn't that funny? Isn't that weird? So yeah, sign stealing's kind of important. So this story just keeps developing, more stuff keeps coming out, and I expect we'll find out more and more information about this dead period. Anyway, now I'm going to get into my boy Eli Drinkwitz. Now, I've been pretty kind to Missouri. I've really kind of taken it easy on them. They had a really nice year last year. It's been a long time since they've had a record like that. They won 10 ball games in the regular season. They did beat my VOLS after, look, I'm going to show you some scores prior to that. But they did finally beat us, and they've got a really good quarterback in Brady Cook. They've got a great wide receiver in Luther Burden. They had that great running back. I mean, they played well last year and had a nice record. But they keep crowing about beating the Vols, how they stood on business. You'll remember that.
Yep. We stand on business, Josh.
Yeah, they stand on business. What a weird thing to say. Well, it turns out they weren't done. Just recently, here's their new ploy that they've got going out. They're running around telling everybody and trolling Tennessee Vols that they're the Tennessee State champs. And here's how they come up with being the Tennessee State champs. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, he also said our defense kicked their ass when they beat us last year. Of course, we turned the ball over in the second half twice, and that was a really tight ball game going into the third quarter, and we were driving the ball, about to take the lead, and then we turned it over, and then we turned it over again, and it got kind of ugly. But anyway, that was just another little smart aleck comment that he made. But let's take a look at his most recent troll. Yeah, they got guys wearing T-shirts with Mizzou on it. It says Tennessee State champs, and it's got the logos of the 4 teams they beat last year.
You serious?
And the teams they beat, MTSU, a group of 5 or whatever conference they're in, Memphis, which is, I think, the AAU or something, another non-power 4, and then Vandy, okay, the worst team in the SEC.
How dare you!
The one victory they got, which is a good one, was beating us. So now they're the Tennessee State. They literally made T-shirts over this. So you beat 3 teams that are non-power 4, basically. I guess you could call Vanderbilt power 4. Sorry, Vanderbilt. So you beat Tennessee. So you're the Tennessee State champs. That is sad. But you know what? Since they like to crow, let's talk about the ball games prior to that, Missouri. How about this one in 2022? 66-24. Let's see, that's a 42-point victory. What is that, 6 touchdowns that we beat you by? Yeah, I think that's 6 touchdowns. How about this ball game in 2021? This is not a repeat. This was the year before, 62-24.
Oh, no.
That's right. Those 2 years, we averaged beating you by 40 points. That's 40 points. We averaged 64 points 2 years, and y'all averaged your 24. That's how pitiful, that's how bad we beat you into the ground. And I guess that's why you're freaking out over beating us last year, because we pounded you into the ground for 2 straight years. And I guess you want to crow about beating Vanderbilt. We've beaten Vanderbilt by an average of about 6 touchdowns the last 3 years. So if you want to crow about that, knock yourself out. But let me tell you the other reason why they're running that jaw, because they don't have to play us this year. I promise you, if they were coming to Neyland, which is what they should be doing, if they were on our schedule, they'd be as quiet as little church mice. They wouldn't be saying a word. But because they know they don't have to see us the next 2 years, they're just squawking it up. Oh, we stand on business, Josh. Oh, we kicked their ass. Oh, yeah, we're the Tennessee State champs. Give me a break. Ugh. I'm glad we ran the score up on you in 2022 when we were trying to get in the playoff. And oh, by the way, when we were kicking you into the ground, that was all our backups. The guys that scored that last touchdown, every one of them were second string. So, yeah, we might have run the score up because we needed to for the playoff, but it was not Hendon Hooker, and it wasn't any of our best players. It was all backups. So enjoy your little moment, your little Tennessee State champ or whatever. Give me a break. I cannot wait to play y'all again. I really can't, and I'm so mad we're not playing you guys. We see South Carolina tried that crap when they supposedly beat our rear ends in 2022 with their special helper from Connor Stalions, in my opinion, allegedly. But they had to face us the next year at Neyland. How'd that go? Yeah, not so good. We ran your quarterback out of his own end zone. As a matter of fact, Spencer Rattler had to get a restraining order out against James Pierce. He still wakes up in the middle of the night screaming. It's going to take him years to get over what happened at Neyland. He still can't even drive through the city of Knoxville without breaking out into a sweat. So we'll have our day again, Missouri. You finally won a game against us. Congratulations, after we pounded you into the ground for 3 straight years or whatever the crap it was, beating you by an average of 40 points. We scored 26 points on you in 2 games, or 128. And you're over there talking smack? Give me a break. Jeez. Anyway, I just thought I would share that little bit of troll information to my fellow Vols fans. I thought you might enjoy that. And we'll have our day, Missouri. You can just count on that, because it's on now.
Revenge is a dish that is best served cold. It is very cold in space.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Revenge is best served cold. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Let's continue to cover all these big sports stories. If you've not subscribed, boom, boom, boom. It'll help you get my videos if you hit this button. Doesn't cost you a dime. And right over here is the most recent video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy based on your viewing history. And we will see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.